Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you? This is Saturday evening, and it don't seem like it.
Nope, still bright
Real
and shiny.
bright, but it's still. Is it early? Is it past 6? Is it past 6? No.
Nope.
Okay, well, there is early. So anyway, let me get into it. You know, I did a reading on Angelina and Jolie. I did that a few days ago.
You mean Angelina and Brad?
And I did a reading. I'm getting tired. I've been doing readings all day. What you say?
Yes, but I've made the same mistake saying Angelina and Jolie.
Okay. I did a reading on Brad Pitt and Angelina. Okay, you could look at that video. What is that video called?
I will pull up the name of the
She
video.
will pull up the name. It'll be right there. Now, I was talking to, texting someone that left me a message, put their name on the bottom, and they began to pull out things about Angelina, like her past. She was troubled. She belonged to Hollywood, you know, that she's bitter, sharing the same content that I had. But this person said that if this kind of anger and this kind of bitterness leads to cancer, and it does. So I remembered when she said that. I remember Angelina Jolie several years back had a vasectomy, not a vasectomy. What is it called when you have what do you have when both breasts are removed?
I will look that up.
She had both breasts removed because of her mother. So I began to look at that. Now, this is the strange thought. What is it called? A mastectomy?
Yes, a double mastectomy.
That's it. Okay. Now, let me get my glasses though. Now, like you all know, I don't like to look up and find out information. I like my readings to be authentic. But this time it's going to be a little different because I did one authentic. But in the middle of me looking this up, type what you can because you're a distraction over there.
Sorry. All right, 2 minutes. Go.
Okay. Now, as I begin to look it up, this is what I found out. Back in 2002, she had adopted a child named Maddox from Cambodia. They also made a movie back in 2000. No, before I get to the movie, she had a mastectomy done, both breasts removed. She had that. Now check this out. She had this done in 2013. Okay. Their movie came out in 2005. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith was made. The movie came out in 2005. She had adopted a son, Maddox, in 2002. So her and Brad Pitt were seeing each other while he was married to Jennifer Anderson. Okay, they fell in love with this. So after 2002 and 2005, when their movie came out, she realized she had cancer in 2013. Check this out. However, in 2014, he married her. So, this is what got me. When he married her, he already knew she was an activist. She was into children because she had already adopted. So it's no way you could say this man is a racist.
Yes.
He knew. Mm-hmm. All right. But we already knew he dated black girls anyway. So I knew that. So they made the movie. They fell in love or had this rendezvous. However, in 2014, in 2013, she realized she had her breast done. Okay. How long she's been dealing with it? Who knows? Could have been a few years. Mm-hmm. He married her. And I'm saying that was the worst thing. Why? Because I kept asking the question, why is she so angry?
Okay.
Even after that, in total, they wind up having 3 kids together, biological, and 3 adopted kids.
Okay. Nice.
Okay. Balance. So remember, she already had one, Maddox. So the other 5, they came up as all 3. That means he was in on all of this. I think what happened, too much, too fast, too soon.
Yeah.
I think that there was a change. This would hit me like a ton of bricks. there was a change when she had a mastectomy done. I think it was a grieving process that took place in your body. It's automatic. People that phantom limbs, people that lose limbs, still think your body grieves a body part. This is facts.
Yeah.
And I believe out of all that she was going through, I think he married her. I truly believe he loved her. I think it was merciful. I think the way she dealt with it, this is my own opinion,
Okay.
allegedly, another way to see a story.
Okay.
We'll never know unless they write a book.
That's true.
I believe that he just allowed her to do what she wanted to do. Everywhere I read that Brad Pitt was a good guy.
Okay.
I was trying to see if anybody said something bad. He's a good guy. But Angelina has always been a hellion. She was Gia. She played Gia, the addict, Gia, the famous model that died of OD. I think she died of AIDS. Okay. She played that role very well. Here I see Angelina. She's a stunning woman. I don't think she has her beauty like she used to. She's too frail for me, but she still carries some of her beauty. I have to say that. However, she's I don't know. She's just too frail for me at this age. And she doesn't play in any movies or anything. Maybe she does, but it's not like the big cahoots.
Yeah.
Since her and Brad Pitt, they just haven't been. So anyway, this gave me to say, am I right? That when she had that breast done, maybe her attitude, maybe she changed. She became bitter.
Okay.
That's what I'm feeling. Am I right? First of all, before I put this card down, let me get 2 cards to represent them again.
Ooh, okay.
Or let me get a card that represents her.
What card should baby Crone pick out for her?
I already picked it out. And you don't remember. I said a fox.
Right, fox.
You didn't like it. Don't use it.
I'll use a fox.
You can't use the love card in this case.
No. I don't think I would.
There is no love here. At least not today.
Woo, that fox wasn't hiding at all.
It wants to talk. Here we go. We have the sun. I choose the male first. So this is Brad Pitt. It could be delusional. We don't know. And this is so funny because this is the King of Pentacles. And this is what they're fighting over now, over that vineyard that they brought, that vineyard that they brought. And here we see it's money. And I truly believe this is coming from Angelina. I think that he has a sunny disposition. I think he deals with, I even look to see that he didn't get along with his kids. I even wanted to know, you have to hurry up and turn your cards because you get ready to read. Have a good look at them. I even wanted to know, did he mistreat his children? It is said that he is seen with his children often. He spent time with them, and he is known as a good dad. This is what I read. And again, I see pentacles. This is what their problem is. Her problem, more money, more money, more money. Go ahead. What's your reading? Tell me your reading.
Well, I'm just going to
read it all for me.
Yes. Read it all. Okay, so here at the very, well, this was at the very like top, I guess you would say. It was like the very top card. So this represents the well, which is very fitting because that means that every card that follows after this is what's really like hidden deep underneath the surface. And so fitting, it's the lilies, because you talk about how bittersweet this is, which is how Angelina is feeling. Very bitter about, I guess, how sweet.
And maybe it was a beautiful relationship. And maybe she didn't like the way he treated her. Maybe he was disgusted. Maybe he was with her, but after she had that done, maybe she wasn't the prize anymore. Maybe she stuck her. Maybe he stayed with her, did along with her. Maybe he wasn't faithful. Maybe he started drinking. Maybe.
Yes.
Something dimmed his light. Maybe she became grumpy, irritable, dealing with the phantom loss. I hear women go through great problems when they lose their lower region,
The room.
their area, or their breast.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I hear. So I'm saying this seems like they got married at a bad time. It was not a good time. It seemed to seem like another marriage that was a marriage of an escape.
Okay.
It wasn't a good time. He was marrying in a shadow of her. She was dealing with some things. To marry her as a comfort, to tell her, I'll never leave you. I'll be there for you. Words he could not keep, and I think it hurt her. Finish your read, babe.
Okay. Well, to see here in their past, we have the nice, beautiful cage with the nice rose and a key, which represents there was some type of love in the
Definitely.
past. Maybe it's locked away, maybe it's being revisited, but whatever.
Maybe he didn't find her desirable anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm feeling. I feel like he just did not find her desirable, her attitude, her ways. This is what I'm getting. And I think that he probably told her, I'll never leave you. And he married her with this drama. Yeah. She believed him. And I believe this is why she's angry.
Mm-hmm. Especially because if you look at the birds right here, and honestly, if you look at the little garden that's right here, it does look like a place where you would want to have a beautiful wedding. Mm-hmm. So we have these beautiful songbirds chirping at an open garden, meaning that in the past, it was a beautiful love. Remember, it was
what card was that?
It was the cage. I think it was number 33. It was the cage with
That's
the
okay.
ropes.
I can find it.
Yes. So that represents that in the past they had a type of love that could have been rushed or wasn't properly formed because the cage
nurtured.
Or nurtured, yes. Mm-hmm. Thank you. But they have 2 decks of cards.
3. Yeah. Because I had brought another deck just in case something happened to Old Faithful.
Right. So here we have the public or just Brad talking to her and singing all sweet and lovely things to get and like marry her, and that was like a comfort, and that's something she holds dear to her.
I want to. Can I elaborate on that?
Yes.
Outside of the puppet, at that time, back in 2005, they were the it. Oh. They were 2005. They were the it. They being in a relationship wasn't it. People like today, they don't like that. They love Jennifer. They love Jennifer Anderson. This was not cool. This was an abominable thing that happened back in 2005. But you could see the tension and the spark they had in the movie. That's what made the movie. It is a good movie. Watch it. However, I believe that it was such a whirlwind romance, but they were together 2005, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 10 years.
Wow.
Had passed.
Yes.
Before they got married.
Yes.
According to what Google said. Google said that the movie came out in 2005.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. She realized about her breast in 2013. Baby, can you add all these numbers? Okay. 2005, 2013, and 2014.
Okay. 2005. 2013.
And 2014. These were the big years. I didn't look up when they had their first child. Bring it down to 1 digit.
Okay.
Is that too hard?
No, that's a 2. Well, really, it was an 11, but I converted it to a 2.
So it was 11. Yes. So when we look at 11, we see that there, right there was a barrier. That 2, like I said, going through my door is 2 doors. Mm-hmm. I'm starting to see that when it's 2, working. Either you work together or you don't. And all the time you see a two, it's always connecting and learning to work with someone. And they worked well, but things went downhill after she had her mastectomy. Mastectomy, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to say vasectomy. I want to make sure a mastectomy done. And so they had 3 kids. They continued to have the kids. And even then, people was like, why is she adopting all these kids from Cambodia? Or I know her first child came from Cambodia. So I'm like, why is this? And she's had 3 kids. So they have 6 kids. I didn't know that she had 6 kids.
Yeah, that's wild.
I didn't know that she had adopted 3 and had 3. And they are all bred. Even Maddox. And I thought that Maddox had a problem with her, unless I'm getting that mixed up with Madonna, because Madonna did the same thing, adopted foreign kids, black kids from other parts of the world.
Oh, yes.
So, but it says he's good with his kids, and this is what it is. So let me get back to it. So what I see when he married her as she was her shadow self. She wasn't mentally healed. But he figured if he married her, he loved her, he could make everything all right.
Yes.
But he didn't. And I don't think he understood what he was doing, and he was toiling and letting her do, having the children and all of this, because just to make her happy, this is what I'm getting. Give her the world. Let her be happy. Let her be happy, because she just suffered a great loss.
Yes.
I would be that way.
Mm-hmm.
A great loss. And can you understand? You don't know what this is like. I have a need to do this. This and that. And he's feeling in. Somehow he probably, because for a while, Brad Pitt was drinking.
Okay.
He started drinking. And I think that was good harmony. And I think that the truth start coming out, loose lips, start speaking, saying what you feel. Things got ugly, children seen and heard, and this was the demise. And to this day, she got her sword up. She feel as though he ain't honor the prop. He ain't stick around. He probably start drinking and said, I can't deal with this. Probably calling her a B, and just drunk and frustrated because they both stabbed each other.
Yeah.
What was their signs again?
Let me look this up. I think
Here's swords again. Even when I read, I think yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I had swords. And all I see is her with swords, her teeth on edge. Because I feel as though she feel as though he wasn't the good husband or what he promised her he would be.
Oh, yikes.
What? You can't get it?
No, I do have it. Brad Pitt is a Sagittarius,
Mm-hmm.
and Angelina is a Gemini. So they're opposites to each other on the wheel.
And go ahead.
Your reading yesterday, funnily enough, was so much fire and swords.
And here it is. Swords. This is a cup and money. And here you see the same thing. Sword, 1, 2, 3, 4 swords of bitter. And this is over the fact you left me with the children, you left me, you exposed them, you did this, you was drinking. But that's one side of the story.
Yes.
Because she was angry and bitter over what she had to go through. Swords keep showing. Every time I'm going to draw another card. If it's a sword, I'm done.
Okay.
Whew. Here is a cup. Because I think she found solace in the kids.
Okay.
But when a man is not happy, children are not going to keep him there. It's just not. So they got divorced in 2019. So add that onto the number. I forgot. So in 2019, they got divorced. So they was only married, let's say 14, but let's count it. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, like 6 years.
That added up to a 14, which is a 5.
There you have it.
More friction.
Negative. 5s bring conflict. Things you have to work out. And she's not over it. Because of the way they met, how they got together. There was a whirlwind romance.
Yes.
He married her when she wasn't ready to marry anybody. She needed a couple of years to adjust to her new body. He married her thinking, I love you, I'll marry. You know how people say,
like comfort.
Yeah, like, God forbid, I'm not speaking to you, speaking to the universe. No, not to something. Like, somebody had a bad accident and they crippled, but you love them. And you saying, I'm still going to marry you. I still love you. And you really think you could deal with it. But as you get involved, you dealing with them, dealing with the change, and how you dealing with their change, and also dealing that they're not the person that you marry.
Yes, it is true.
And I think it was just too much. That was the question that I asked. If you have anything else to add on to this, please do. But this is where the friction, this is where the anger, this is where the bitterness, it's like you didn't honor it. And we don't know what kind of mean things he could have said to her when he was drinking and when they had their fill.
True.
Because if you push people, they can be very obnoxious and mean, especially when they've been drinking, because their inhibitions are low down.
Yeah.
And then when the kids, however, when you're dealing with someone and you're dealing with an angry woman, because shortly after that, Angelina haven't really been in too many movies after that. And because of the life she lives too with the kids, and she's an activist and all of that stuff going on. I think she did play in a movie recently. I don't know. I don't follow her. But this case with them, I found some closure. It's because she feels as though he wasn't honest. You didn't love me. You didn't tolerate me. You treated me bad. He could have cheated. You're a liar.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. And it hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
Because if somebody say, I'm going, because she had to go through the part where she didn't feel whole.
Yeah.
She had to just, when you're making love to, once what gave you pleasure is no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes for women, they have multiple spots that gives them orgasmic feeling. You understand? It's just your neck, your ears, your breast, and that's gone. That's an adjustment.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine. Can you?
No.
I can't imagine having to go without my breasts. Can you?
Mm-mm.
And with my boyfriend, and then a year later, you married me. It was just bad timing. And I think he married her out of pity. And maybe all these things came out. And I think it was just too much for him. The kids, this, that, and he seemed like he loved kids. So this was a lot, too much, too fast, and too soon. They was married, and 6 years they was divorced, right? And in that 16 years' time, they done had 3 adoptions and 3 children.
Yes.
With a mastectomy done.
Yes.
Too much. And this was the demise, and she can't get over it. She will. She will. But he's going to have to keep trying to be on the sunny side of the street. Because a lot of this is inwardly. And my subscriber was right when she said she was already problematic.
Okay.
She was already a problematic person. Famous actor, but problematic. And it came out. Mm-hmm. And so that's, I hope, makes sense. At least I found closure in that. Because I kept on saying, well, why would she be so angry? Well, but I understood. You have a question?
Yes. My question is, will Angelina ever get over Brad Pitt, I guess, abandoning her in a sense?
Yeah, in a sense. I feel as though it's in a sense of an abandonment. Mm-hmm. Like you left us. You left the kid. Maybe he drank. Maybe he whatever. Maybe he cheated. I don't know. But I'm feeling this is a sense of abandonment. So let me go. What was your question?
Yes. Will Angelina get over?
Yes, after she feel justified, after she keeps not kicking them in the testes and saying, does this hurt? Once she can get rid of her anger, once she feel as though she got enough, once she understand that this is ludicrous, it's not healthy, she's just hurting herself, she will get over it. Once she's willing to put down the weapon, she still got fight in her. She's still going after the money. She wants to hurt him. She wants to pierce him. And I truly believe that she's fighting a losing game.
Mm-hmm.
You knock him down, he's just going to rise.
Yeah.
Why? Because he's a white male in America.
That's true.
A brilliant actor, a director. The world is his oyster.
Yes.
He'll be here. He's another, you may not know him, but he's another Robert Redford who played in The Way We Were with Barbara Streisand. I would think of one of his modern movies. He also played in, I can't, just stay old movies. I can't even think of it. Something in Central Park, when they played in the park and he was a lawyer. I can't think of it, but he's an old actor, but he was a very good actor, Robert Redford. And he played in movies today. I just can't think of, I think he played in one with Diane Keaton, and he was the lover and she was looking for somebody to spend a night with her or something, the night lover, something like that. I don't know. Well, anyway, I look at a lot of movies and sometimes I just don't remember them. But this is my read. It makes sense to me. I'm not saying I'm right, but it certainly gave me a whole nother way to understand why this woman is so bitter.
Indeed.
Is she rectified in feeling this way? No, never. Evil for evil. There is no winner in that. No. The only winner if you take a high road. Fight fairly. Defend what is rightfully right and not try to put her under the bus. But being right, fighting fairly and righteously, he'll wind up winning.
Yeah, can't put out that fire.
That's the only way he's going to do it. But giving in, no, because it won't be enough.
Okay.
He could say, hey, it won't be enough because she feels like she's a woman scorned. And oddly enough, with kids. Mm-hmm. This is the life she wanted. And with that being said, I hope that it helped my other reading. I thought this was good. What do you think, baby Crone?
Yes, that other reading was called Nothing Like a Mad Woman.
Nothing Like a Mad Woman. And this one, the title will be down below once we figure it out. We thank you for joining us. We hope this makes sense. That was an epiphany that I had. I was drawing a blank. Like I was like, why is she angry? Yes. I get it. I'm not saying she's right. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it was too much.
Yeah.
I think he married her at the bad time. He probably wasn't too far divorced from Jennifer Anderson. It just wasn't a good time at all.
Okay.
And sometimes when we rush in thinking we could be the rescue ranger, we wind up being the thing that makes it stumble, to make her stumble. Yeah. And she just was angry, and this brought out her anger. He wasn't the man that she thought he was.
Okay.
And I know that she's like that because she married, what's his name? Billy Ray? No, not Billy Ray Cyrus. Oh my God. It's not Billy Ray Cyrus. I can't think of his name, but she married him and they had a short marriage and they drank a little blood together. I can't think of his name. Billy Bob Thornton. Oh. You know who Billy Bob Thornton is.
Name sounds very familiar.
He played in the movie with P. Diddy, and when P. Diddy was going to be executed. And Monsters Ball.
Okay.
He played in that. P. Diddy played in Monsters Ball with Halle Berry. Billy Bob Thornton played in this. This was not and when they was in the movie, when they were together, they were a wild, bewitching couple.
Okay.
And she went with somebody more tame, like Brad Pitt. So they last pretty good, but this is a lot of their infighting is over finances, believe it or not. She wants more money. That's
Okay.
what this is all about. And she's bitter. With that being said, I hope again that I answered my own question. I know I did, to why. And I hope you get it too. Anything, make your comments below. You know I look forward to them. With that being said, have a wonderful weekend. Sunflowers.